During the late 1980s, a fabled ninja stepped out from the shadows, enchanting gamers with prowess and stealth. This is the tale of the origins of the Shinobi series, which was an odyssey that commenced first in the arcade realm before mastering the art of ninja warfare on the Sega Genesis. The Shinobi series, a cornerstone of ninja-themed gaming, owes its excellence to the creative genius of Sega and the visionary minds that shaped its inception. At the forefront of this development was Noriyoshi Oba, a prolific Japanese game designer who played a pivotal role in crafting the iconic Shinobi universe. Oba's vision and innovative spirit laid the foundation for the classic that is Shinobi, and he went on to direct other Sega classics like the Streets of Rage series. The year was 1987 when Sega unveiled the legendary protagonist of the Shinobi series, Joe Musashi, captivating the game world with an arcade masterpiece. This coin-op marvel featured enthralling side-scrolling action and intense ninja combat, swiftly becoming a sensation amongst gamers. The plot of the original arcade Shinobi game centers around Joe Musashi, who is a skilled ninja and a member of the Oboro ninja clan. The narrative unfolds as he embarks on a perilous mission to rescue kidnapped children from the malevolent criminal organization known as Zed. Armed primarily with an infinite supply of thrown shurikens, Joe could unleash melee attacks at close range, depending on power-ups acquired. Yet the one-hit kill from any enemy did indeed increase the overall challenge, meaning any one bullet or stab would have you restarting the level. Memorable boss battles punctuated the gameplay, introduced with a pre-level document outlining the attack route and stamped portrait upon defeat. Finally, we must note the creativity of the game's bonus stages as they featured first-person shooting galleries, challenging players to hurl shurikens at approaching ninja hordes, a difficult yet rewarding test of skill. Shinobi's enduring excellence is attributed to its tough yet fair design, making it as a classic that has stood the test of time. While there were many follow-ups of lower quality ports of the original Shinobi, I would note that the first home port of Shinobi was on the Sega Master System, and while it is significantly slower paced than the arcade game, it does maintain the methodical feel of the gameplay, and it's still worth checking out as it's one of the Sega Master System's better action titles. Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi, was released by Sega in 1989 and is the only sequel to the arcade original while introducing new gameplay elements and mechanics. The arcade plot for Shadow Dancer revolves around Joe Musashi's son, Hayate, who's also a skilled ninja. The story is set in the dystopian version of Tokyo, where a terrorist group has planted time bombs throughout the city. Hayate is tasked with defusing the bombs and defeating the terrorists to save the day. Unlike the original Shinobi, Shadow Dancer introduces a significant change by incorporating a canine companion named Yamato. The dog assists the player by attacking enemies and defusing bombs, adding a little bit of a strategic element to the gameplay. The game maintains the side-scrolling action of its predecessor, but with enhanced graphics and more complex level designs. One notable gameplay feature is the addition of a ninjutsu meter. As the player progresses through the levels, this meter fills up, allowing Hayate to perform powerful screen-clearing attacks, adding an extra layer of strategy and excitement. Shadow Dancer was well received for its engaging gameplay, improved graphics, and the introduction of the canine companion Yamato. The addition of these new mechanics and the continuation of the Shinobi storyline contributed to its success in arcades, and the game's popularity eventually led to its adaptation on various home consoles, but we'll get to that later. In the era of 16-bit gaming, Sega introduced a formidable Genesis console, or Mega Drive as it was known in Japan, as the next console for the revered Shinobi series. In 1989, The Revenge of Shinobi became a standout launch title for the Genesis, really showcasing the console's capabilities and standing tall amongst Sega's premier releases. Led by a fresh development team and separate from the arcade game creators, but still under the guidance of Noriyoshi Oba, the Genesis series aimed to deviate from the familiar, arcade-style simplicity that characterized earlier iterations. The Revenge of Shinobi marked a significant shift by discarding the hotshot-saving dynamic and introducing larger, more open levels. This departure, though sacrificing some tight level and boss design, did bring a newfound sense of fluidity to the gameplay. A notable change in this new console offering was the introduction of a life bar, removing the one-hit kills. However, it did now supply Joe with only a finite supply of shurikens that must be managed in-game. Other notable additions to Joe's arsenal is the mid-air spinning somersault, which extended his reach and unleashed a formidable barrage of shurikens. The visual prowess of the Revenge of Shinobi on the Genesis is undeniable. The meticulously crafted sprites and detailed environments showcase the capabilities of the 60-bit console. The Revenge of Shinobi received widespread acclaim from players and critics alike. The combination of stellar graphics, tight gameplay, and an unforgettable soundtrack garnered praise for its innovation and contribution to the action platformer genre. The nuanced difficulty and the captivating narrative woven into the gameplay further solidified its status as a true must-play title for the Genesis. The Revenge of Shinobi received widespread acclaim from players and critics alike. The combination of stellar graphics, tight gameplay, and an unforgettable soundtrack garnered praise for its innovation and contribution to the action platformer genre. The nuanced difficulty and the captivating narrative woven into the gameplay further solidified its status as a true must-play title for the Genesis. In 1991, Sega finally brought the arcade experience home with the Sega Genesis release of Shadow Dancer. The Genesis iteration of Shadow Dancer differs significantly from its arcade counterpart. While the core mechanics remain familiar, the game unfolds across 5 mostly new levels, with glimpses of familiarity from the arcade version. Standout new stages include a blazing town with mesmerizing flame effects and bursts of fire emerging from the sewers, an urban district rocked by an earthquake, and a gripping showdown atop the Statue of Liberty. Overall, the game holds up respectively compared to the arcade version and proves a worthwhile adventure on the Genesis console. In 1993, Sega continued to fan the flames of the Shinobi legacy with the release of Shinobi 3: Return of the Ninja Master on the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. Regarded widely as the pinnacle of the series, Shinobi 3: Return of the Ninja Master takes the brilliance of the Revenge of Shinobi and infuses it with a new level of dynamics. 4 years had transpired since the original game's Genesis launch, and witnessing substantial graphical evolution. As a result, Shinobi 3 exhibits enhanced animations, an exceptional soundtrack, and groundbreaking stage designs that really push the Sega Genesis hardware to its limits. In terms of graphics, the game remains stunning and holds ground even today. The characters are sizable and intricately detailed, with exceptional animations that bring them to life. Each level boasts a distinctive visual flair, taking players through lush forests and winding caves in the initial zone, and then venturing to Science Lab, open fields with the horse, and various outdoor settings. Shinobi 3 introduces new moves, such as a block maneuver, usable at any time, and a mid-air jump kick. Melee attacks are now executed in close proximities to enemies. Joe Musashi's agility is significantly enhanced, featuring wall jumping and ceiling grabbing abilities. This game is a prime example of why many of us keep coming back to retro gaming. It's incredibly enjoyable, striking the perfect balance between challenge yet fair. And with its impressive 16-bit graphics and an outstanding soundtrack, it's a must-play for anyone with a Sega Genesis or who appreciates action, platform, or just ninja games in general. There are few games that can match its excellence on the Genesis. The legacy of the Shinobi series endures, as there were other subsequent games released in the series on the 3DS and PlayStation 2. However, when I think of Retro Shinobi, these games I covered today is really what resonates with me. Thanks for joining me on this retrospective revival on the Shinobi series. If you found this video insightful, or if you're a fan of classic gaming, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, fellow gamers, keep the gaming spirit alive, and I'll catch you in the next video. Happy gaming.